Long familiar to television viewers and readers of newspapers and the leading magazines, Mercury advertising has always dramatized the appeals, the values of driving and owning this great automobile. With the growth of Mercury's popularity and the product acceptance, this merchandising must reflect today's development, must help alert the public to the big changes in the years to come, must encourage motorists to look to Mercury as the leader of all medium-priced cars. Dramatic symbols are a time-proven tool for stimulating the public's imagination. For instance, the history of politics is a powerful testimonial to the effectiveness of symbols and signs that are simple, clear, distinctive. No matter how good the product or the cause, including a great patriotic war effort, signs and symbols do for the eye what bugles and drums do for the ear. But before a symbol can do its work, it must be right. To be right, a symbol has to seem to belong, to fit both its subject and the way the public talks and thinks. It must be short and colorful, for we're a great people for giving things we like pet nicknames. That is the kind of symbol, the catchy label needed to stamp and fix the meaning of the new Mercury. Something short and impressive, picturesque, worthy of the big things to come from Mercury, and unique as the car itself. From 1956 on, the new car, like all new Mercury advertising, will carry exactly that kind of symbol and slogan. The Big M. M because that stands for Mercury, and big because that's what the car is. And because this is a big country that goes for bigness in a big way, in buildings, in planes, in boats, and in automobiles. The Big M sounds just right. Imagine if competition tried to play up their initials. The big B, buzz, buzz. The big O, uh-oh. And as for Pontiac, well, enough said. Nope, the Big M belongs to Mercury alone. It sounds right, it looks right, it fits, and it's very much to the point. The point of big thinking and big doings that will make Mercury, the Big M, bigger than ever. More than a device, the Big M is the touchstone for presenting every value, every benefit built into the biggest and best buy in the entire field of medium-price automobiles. The Big M. By now, everyone knows that the new Mercury is an eyeful of big car beauty, big car luxury, big car majesty. But the Big M really stands for even more than this great new Mercury. It symbolizes a magnificent tradition in the manufacture of great automobiles. The Mercury motto of much, much more car value for but a little more money. Because it offers so many bigger, so many greater values, the new Mercury should be driven to be fully appreciated. Here are the results of entirely new thinking about what a medium-priced car should be, about what a big new car should do. even from far off. No one can confuse this big beauty with ordinary transportation sold by price alone. It not only looks bigger and rides bigger, it is bigger, a bigger and greater buy. Its big appearance confers prestige upon its owner, instantly proclaiming him a successful man of substance. This brand new Mercury is at home in the most imposing surroundings, where it confers on its driver the consideration and respect rightfully due to quality. For 1956, the Mercury is more powerful than ever. More powerful than most private airplanes, twin-engine speedboats, or cross-country trucks. This trailer, for instance, is drawn by 205 horsepower. But even that's a good 20 horses short of this magnificent new Mercury's safety surge engine with its 9-to-1 compression ratio, 4-barrel carburetor, and dual vacuum distributor that transforms every drop of high octane into all the energy 225 horses can deliver. Thanks to the 12-volt electrical system, the new Mercury starts faster with a hotter spark for livelier action. Even when the engine has been frozen solid, buried for hours under dry ice, a surge of current is all it needs to kick over. All 225 horses champ at the bit for a sweepstake start as the Merc-O-Matic lever is set for driving. Without trace of slip or slide, the new Mercury spurts forward, always keeping a dash of thoroughbred power in reserve, whether for getting out and away when the light goes green, or passing a dawdling Sunday driver. With this extra added power, the 1956 Merc-O-Matic shifts from low through intermediate to high in fast, steady acceleration. Silky smooth, almost beyond belief. For quick acceleration, even at high speeds, Mercury's sparkling new reserve pickup and passing power rivals that of luxury-priced sports cars. Here, for example, are the 1955 Mercury and the 1956 Mercury, in a demonstration deliberately staged to show how Mercury's sensational passing power has been developed still further for 1956. Here's power for going over hills as easily as with a helicopter. Look at that scenery go by. You'd almost think you were flying. And here, for the first time, is a new starring member of the Big M Safety Parade, an entirely new type of steering wheel safety protection. You can see how the shape of this wheel has been designed to cushion the driver in case of accident. For customers concerned with safety, here is a firm support against the thrust of the steering column under the impact of a collision. Its effect is similar to the protection a chest protector gives an umpire against a swinging bat or a fastball. For those whose driving pleasure demands the very latest safety devices, the new Mercury provides an optional set of safety seat belts. An improvement over the familiar ones used on airlines, these can be easily fastened and unfastened and are bolted to the frame for greater holding strength. Motoring is a lot more pleasurable when padding can be depended upon to protect from collision, even the finest of ground lenses. Glass, far more fragile than the human body. Fully as important as the new safety steering wheel are these safety hold locks. Crash tested, as are all Mercury safety measures, they help prevent the doors from springing open under collision impact. The passengers are kept inside the car, where studies show they're much safer. And of course, shut doors add further strength and rigidity to the body. And be sure to show off these magnificent new Mercury interiors. Notice these harmonious interior designs. Be sure more motorists, women and men, get an eyeful of this treatment. Also new this year is the latest development in safety beam headlamps that provide the greatest, safest road illumination in motor car history. The longer light throw is pitched low on the road to prevent flare back into the driver's eyes and away from oncoming traffic. Precise straight-line stops are dependably effortless with Big M standard fixed anchor self-energizing brakes. Another great achievement in motoring safety. When you describe the Big M features to your prospects, be sure to include the brand new beauty treatment, flow-tone styling combinations, in addition, of course, to the familiar solid and two-tone options. This beauty will attract many people to your showroom. The wide view from the full-scope windshield provides the all-around visibility of an airfield control tower. Combining light car economy with the limousine ride of a fine, big car, the new Mercury offers Big M standards of comfort, luxury, convenience, and above all, stability. Regardless of speed or road condition, every seat is equally sway-free, cradled from wheel jounce and bounce, so that not even second-class roads are rough enough to spoil the pure pleasure of the Big M ride. A ride so incredibly smooth that it must be experienced to be believed. Even far-fetched stunts like this can only approximate the actual sensation of a demonstration ride. Watch how smoothly the great new Mercury rounds this curve. How safely, how flatly it hugs the road. Both front and rear ends know and keep their places, with never a trace of waver or swerve. What such stability means to passenger comfort can be appreciated by the ease with which things are done that would be difficult in the latest Pullman diner. Unless you look out the window, you'd never think this car is clipping along out of a curve. Here's the built-in maneuverability that sports car designers dream about. A turning radius so short, it reduces crimping and cramping out of tight corners. The ease of Big M steering makes a demonstration like this look as effortless as it really is. Under emergency conditions like running off the pavement or hitting a bad stretch of rutted road, Mercury steering is engineered to smooth out the drive as remarkably as it transforms a tough parking problem from a wrestling match into child's play. The ultimate inconvenience is supplied by a built-in grease gun, another Mercury first in its price field. A touch of the optional multi-luber button sends just the right amount of lubrication to the wearing parts of the entire front-end suspension. Both a better as well as bigger M, the new Mercury is quieter, more efficiently insulated against noise and weather. Performances from an unseen legion of entertainers are summoned through an electrically operated antenna by a flick of a finger on the optional travel tuner radio that automatically seeks out the nearest station. Ventilation as refreshing as a June breeze circulates throughout the car without bluster, without drag. For the ultimate bliss of air-conditioned comfort, the handsome grill ducts can be swiveled in any position to deliver either quick local or continuous general cooling. or any port opening may be closed entirely. When the system is not being used, the compressor is not being driven by the engine. More than a luxurious living room on wheels, the Big M means fabrics and furnishings fit for a king, the American motorist and his royal family and friends. More than mere beauty, the Big M means new, eye-filling flow-tone styling. More than just high horsepower, the Big M means extra power at every driving speed. More than just low price, the Big M means economical operation and the highest resale value in its field. But more than anything and above all else, the Big M offers the American public a new conception of how big an automobile can be in everything but price. Big in looks, big in feel, big in drive, and big in ride. The big new Mercury for 1956.